Yesterday was the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday. A man that white folk killed. A man that white folk hated up until the day he died. And that's when they found that love for the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But before the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. died, they made his life a living hell. They stabbed him, they beat him, they threw him in jail over 50 times, spat at him, and then they killed him. They killed his brother less than a year later. Look it up. A.D. King. The person that they would never talk about. But he stood side by side with Martin everywhere he went. They'll never talk about this man or his death. They killed his mother 10 years later. They would never mention it. And they damn sure wouldn't mention her death. But all of a sudden, white folk love the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. You should judge a person by their character as opposed to the color of their skin. White folk created character for us, right? Would y'all agree to that? You know, the media paint this picture of how Negroes are, and that's how Negroes are, right? Mike, are you a thug?
A what? A
Are,
suck?
are you a thug?
Thug? Nope.
Yeah. Are you a thief?
Fuck no.
Are you a lazy nigger?
I'm
Fuck
working
no.
right now.
Huh? Chad, you're a criminal. That's
Nope.
what you do. You just go and fucking break into people's houses and fucking put knives to pregnant bitches. Is this what you
Oh,
do?
no, crackers got guns around here waiting for me to go through that window. Nope.
Do you go out and loot? Do you go out there and
White
Nope.
rob?
supremacist
Do you go out there?
projecting.
What do you do? Huh?
Nah, that was Tethers and Mexicans that did that. That wasn't
We're
me.
not
I was
gonna
the
go
nigga
there
that
right
was
now. We're not gonna go there right now. I just asking you about you.
on the. All right, my bad.
Just asking you about you. I want to know what type of niggers I'm talking to now. Because if you're a fucking criminal, then you get the fuck off of here right now.
You got to end that with a buddy. A buddy. Oh wait, this is
white
Wrestling
folk,
with Pow.
white folk create this character. White folk create this image on how niggers are, and that's why that's how they judge us instead of the color of our skin. We are all the same animal. You know, this is white folk, mind you. This is white folk. We are all the same animal. So this is how white folk choose to take the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. words when actually he said it clearly. He was talking about his children. He wished his children could walk around this earth and be judged by their character and not the color of their skin. It's funny because when white folks see Martin Luther King Jr. kids, that's what they see. Martin Luther King Jr. kids. Oh, let's be nice to these niggers. We probably believe in nonviolence. You know what I'm saying? Stop twisting his words because before he died, he did say that America is indeed a racist country. He also acknowledged that America may be more racist today than we realized over the past 10 years. He acknowledged that he led his people, the ones who were able to listen to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., now a burning building. This is what Martin Luther King Jr. said. Shortly after all of that, white folk killed him. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King Jr. Sorry that you died like some thug on the street. The image that white folk created. I want to refer people. I'm not 100% with Martin Luther King Jr. philosophy, nonviolence, that Gandhi shit. You know, Gandhi hated black people. I bet you he won't go hungry for niggers, right? Um, but Malcolm made it clear. He said, "Look, you want to take on Gandhi philosophy? He was in India with 1 billion people that look just like him. We are the minority in America. It's like a mouse trying to take on a motherfucking elephant. We'll get stumped every motherfucking time if we don't gain that strength to fight them. How in the hell are you gonna tell the people to be nonviolent?" I can respect his efforts because he was willing to put his life on the line. He was willing to put his family life on the line. They bombed his home several times to see better for black people. Nobody is going to put their life on the line to hurt black people. But I just think he was misguided on his way. So that's unfortunate. I do believe that Martin's philosophy would have changed after the 70s, but he wasn't able to make it. So, white folk, please don't mention Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to me, because if you cannot tell me any details on the March on Washington, then you can't tell me about the I Have a Dream speech. All right, that's a conversation ender for me. Tell me why James Baldwin was restricted from speaking on the March on Washington. But uh I'm sorry, I didn't tell y'all that I was gonna do a tribute to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but I did. What y'all
That's
gonna
all
do
good.
about it? Y'all gonna join in?
And
Anybody got anything
Martin,
kind to say about Martin Luther King?
Martin was a legend.
Yeah, he was a legend. Despite being an integrationist, he did organize a movement.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was co-opted by other people, and I find it to be nobody points this out, but once Martin started to shift towards more of a revolutionist slash independence type talk with that march, that poor people's march that he was organizing, that's when they said, nope, he has to go. That's not
That
a
and the
coincidence.
new phase when he said we're coming to Washington to get that check. The moment he started, as well as starting to talk about reparations, that's when they said, "Oh hell no,
Oh no,
we got to kill him."
yeah, that was the premise of what he was doing. He was bringing everybody that did not have housing or a job, and they was gonna sit in front of the White House until they got it. It would have embarrassed America. It would have shed a light on poverty. It would have made the world look at America in a different light, and they put an end to that just like that.
He was going to do the report to us. It was for all people. Poor people's march. Maybe that's what it's called. And he was guided to go to and, what they were calling small class situations.
HB, we can barely hear you.
The
Mike, can you
March
hear him?
Low.
Shit, can you hear
Okay,
me better now?
Yeah.
there you
I
go.
tried something and it didn't work. Never mind. But anyway, I'm putting this movie up in the chat. That's Martin Luther King Jr. movie made by Paul Winfield and Cicely Tyson. Um, playing them. Um, it came out in 1979, I believe. It was a miniseries. This is the most accurate movie that you're going to get on the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's 4 hours, but this is the most accurate movie. So any movie that they've ever came out with or will come out with, starring the tether and shit, and yes, Cicely Tyson is not an American Negro, but you know, I'm not about to get on that right now. But you know, um, this is the most accurate story that you're going to get of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's a great movie. Um, I think everybody should check it out to get to know the man. Um, you know, had he came out speaking about the real, he would not have gotten the press that he got. That's for sure. Um, but like I said, they were guiding him. I mean, he was getting ready to do the Poor People's March and go to Washington, but he had took a detour to Memphis to handle a situation and or address a situation, I should say. And it's unfortunate that he was practically lured there when he was setting up this thing now to probably revolutionize America. So I give him that credit, but like I said, white folk don't mention this man name to me, and I mean that with all my heart. I will shut you down quickly. All right, we got that out the way. Shout out to Bernice King. Um, I appreciate that sister, and I love that sister. Um, Contrary to her brother, she is the one that heavily speaks for in favor of reparations, and she even addressed that violence can be a necessary cause. Bernice King is different, but she doesn't spit on her father's legacy either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, she's a real one. Let's get back on wrestling. WWE honors the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. every year.
Yep.
Um, WWE is on Netflix, Raw. Um, Monday is Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's always been a misconception because white folk always say, "Oh, it's his birthday." His birthday is January 15th. How in the hell do somebody's birthday fall on a Monday every single year? You know. But that shows your love for the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I find that white folk don't even call Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. They call him MLK. You know. But Raw's on Netflix. And the first Raw on Netflix, do you fellas believe that the WWE is going to honor the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on Monday? Or do you believe that they're going to
Probably.
break tradition?
Okay.
Knowing
Y'all
Let
do
Triple
notice
this.
that,
H,
right?
he'll probably break the
Every year, y'all
tradition.
do notice that they've been doing that for the last couple of decades.
Yeah. They break that tradition, it's gonna look very funny style.
I want to make a bet. I want to see how far I could go with Chad. Do you believe that they're going to do it?
It would be stupid not to do it. It would be very stupid with the heat you getting from this community. You're gonna sit there and stop something that you've honored for almost what 30 fucking years.
Did my
Uh,
co-host just not answer the question that I just asked? I,
I'm pondering.
I swear,
I'm pondering.
where my co-host did not just pull a like move on me. Did you
I
just
think. I
not
think. They're,
answer my
I think.
question to get
I think.
your point across? Yo, not point, but
No,
not answer my question.
I think they're gonna do it. In hindsight, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't.
There we
I wouldn't be
go.
like, oh
There
my
we
god,
go. There we go.
oh my god, they forgot to honor Martin Luther King. The person that did it is not there no more, allegedly. So I wouldn't be shocked.
See how it take 2 seconds to answer the question, then you can say what you want. You know what I'm saying? I do that, and my bad, channel. I ain't even mean
I'm
to
kind
put
of
you out there
dodging,
like
dodging.
that.
I'm kind of dodging
I
the
need I
tornado.
need to get an understanding with anybody that comes up to wrestling with racism. always answer the question. Then you can say whatever you want. You know, don't be a Pecker Tom Ryan. You know. But no, I agree. You know, and the thing is, breaking that type of tradition. You know, I hope they do it. You know, I do. Break it. Show me Triple H. I want Triple H to continue to show me. You know what I'm saying? I want Triple H to continue to show me that you don't see color. I want you to continue to show me that you are this racist motherfucker that I say that you are. Show me. I embracing everybody to come up
He's
and
gonna do
show
it.
me. Huh?
He's gonna do it.
Yes, do it. Listen, I'm trying to cut through all the bullshit. Why do we have to sit up here and wait on a white motherfucker to call us a nigger to our face in order to say that they are racist? Meanwhile, while they're not calling you a nigger, meanwhile, while they are employing you, meanwhile, while they are allowing you to fuck their daughter, all the damage is already being done to you and your people, and they reap the benefits of it. It's a system of white supremacy in place so that whatever they want to do, if they're focused, you know what I'm saying, and apply to themselves, they could do it problem free. You know, it's like no state taxes in Florida, right, Chad?
Nope.
It's not.
None in Texas.
Oh, you don't pay it in Texas either? Two white supremacist states. Go figure. Wow. Um. Uh. But no, the thing is, you know, we got to get out this mindset that because white folk, you know, don't portray a certain way, especially in the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? Um, if Hulk Hogan had have been the nigger splurting Hulk Hogan that he became in public in the '80s, do you think that he would have the same success in the '80s?
Not really.
Because white folk have an understanding that you don't go too far in public, right?
Yep. Always on code.
That is correct.
One thing that I found about white folk, you know, one of the nicest white people in the world, that's what they'll portray. You know me, I'm retarded. You know what I'm saying? I go up, I stir all types of shit up. You know what I'm saying? Go in there, I go in the most Christian ass white group and just say, Black Lives Matter. White folk lose their motherfucking mind. What do you mean? God said love everybody and oh dare you, you fucking nigger. Like, damn, this is a Christian group and you mentioned Black Lives Matter, you mentioned black and all this shit, and white folk just act like,
Mention
you know,
reparations.
oh my God, they don't know how to have that type of conversation. I mean, some of them don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about simplicity of certain shit. And you call them racist, and they gonna go off and turn into some of the most racist people you ever heard in your life. White folk can't stand to be called racist. You know what I'm saying? They can't stand it. Conversation turns quickly. You know what I'm saying? To hate, pure hate. White folk, I got a way of revealing these people. I let them reveal themselves. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how to get to them. But if you don't pick that, these white folk is cowards. They not gonna come out and tell you what you is to your face. White folk are afraid because in this era they could lose their jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they restrict themselves. They restrict themselves. They restrict themselves, and they restrict themselves for a reason. But they know that their neighborhood, after a certain quota, we don't have to worry about niggers. You know what I'm saying? This is them.
Yeah.
So, um, I want you. I would prefer for you to not be a coward. I would prefer for you to not be willing to lose your job. I mean, to be willing to lose your job. You know, weren't you willing to lose your life for your freedom? All I'm saying is black and white people need to get an understanding with each other. I don't like you, and you don't like me. Now, y'all do know it's a difference between segregation and separation, right?
Yeah.
In America, it's very much so segregated. Mike, you don't have to say what city.